Hey, what's going on, everybody? I am Rob Wilson, a comic book artist, and other things. I'd like to welcome you to Strictly Art Live, number 60. It is Tuesday, February the 18th, 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And the weather, not sure yet. I'm spending my last vacation day with you guys and bringing to you all the updates that maybe you enjoy. Who knows? I have no idea. So, we're going to cover today. Let's see. We got Dragon Ball Daima. We got Solo Leveling. We got Invincible in their current up-to-date episodes. Daima and Solo Leveling just came out. And I think everybody's had about a week to watch the latest episode of Invincible. The next episode, I believe, comes out February 21st, 20th, somewhere around there. So the previous episode, I believe, on the 13th or 14th, somewhere around there, is already out, has been already out since last week. Also, we're going to cover post Missouri Comic Con, which I had the pleasure of going to. And also, I will be drawing because I'm a comic book artist. I'm working on my own comic book. And speaking of which, I want to go ahead and show you guys a trailer that I put together over a couple days. I said, you know what? Why not go ahead and do transparent page updates of my comic book in the works, titled VKP. And let's see. I'm going to go ahead and take a look at that right now. The trailer is actually up on YouTube. Obviously, I uploaded it up on Rumble if you have caught up with that. And we're here to make stuff happen. That is the purpose of being on and me spending time with you guys, the people. So let's see here. Bear with me one sec. All right. There we go. And there we are. So I've already noticed when I woke this morning, got myself a gun. No, I'm kidding. I already noticed the ratio amount where on YouTube only like one or two people saw it, and on Rumble already had like 21 people to see that trailer. So it is a continuation to know that YouTube is garbage as usual. Nothing new there, nothing special. Just a friendly reminder. So we're gonna go ahead and get things moving. But yeah, as I produce more pages, I will also add in those pages. Obviously, not significant parts, but just enough to just give updates so people can see that I'm not BSing and I'm out to actually put out books, which I want to do as print on demand. So let's see here. I got one comment. Levi Skeen, good morning, sir. Good morning. Said looks cool. Thank you, sir. Yeah, I love putting together trailers. For anyone that doesn't know, that's one of the other things that I enjoy doing. Video editing. Well, I'm starting to find in my old age that I always have to question, what am I doing? Why am I doing it? And honestly, what's the payoff? You know, that's just one of the things I need to be asking, because my time on this earth is finite. And it is important for me to specifically choose what it is that I do with it and for what purpose. But yeah, that's just my little 2 cents. Moving on. So yeah, let's go ahead and get into solo leveling. Solo leveling, this episode's pretty good. Let's see. Was it? I don't think it was that number yet. I think we're covering solo leveling in episode 17. Yeah. Let me do my the right thing. No, correction. Solo leveling episode 7. So this episode was fairly simple. It is one of those type of things where Jinwoo goes in to get reassessed, and he already went in the last episode, and he broke the scale. So pretty much people were approaching him because they said, hey, if you broke the scale, you're already pretty much an S rank. Why else would the machine break? You're maxed out, so to speak. Little people know that he is far from maxed out. He's got quite a ways to go, as he can continuously level up compared to the rest of the hunters. So he has spoken to Federation heads, other guild leaders, and all that. And since last episode, the guild that he saved were sworn to secrecy. He joined them, and the actor showed up again, and people were like, oh, he's going to make the big unveiling. The actor that got his powers awakened, but he was using it as a publicity stunt where he has some controversy, and he's using that to deflect and take the attention off of the controversy that he has committed. So he's acting fake chivalrous in order to change his image. It beats going to an island smoking some kind of vape that helps you forget as you abuse women, right? Don't blink twice. Pun and phrase. Hint, hint. So the only people that care about this guy is the media. Of course, they always have their eyes on the wrong ball. So the hunter guild leaders are at the same site, and people, the media, think that they're there for the actor. And they're like, no, We don't know who that is. So they're actually there for the reassessment of Jinwoo, who tries to make his way through. He's blocked by, I guess, the actor's bodyguards or something like that, and or I guess the building personnel. So he has to basically say, no, I have to go this way for reassessment. And he's met by the Federation president, who basically says, all right, come on this way. So they start the reassessment. They go into the room. They ask him what he can do. He is able to summon some of his knights. One of them, and then he shows like a whole room. He can summon like up to 100 knights. That is crazy. He could fill up a whole dungeon and just have them like do the work. But he's not lazy. It's just the level that he's at now. It's ridiculous. Absolute overkill. So we go through that. And then he gets fitted. They want to get him some gear and all that. And the guy that holds all the gear, it almost looks like an antique shop. And the gear, he says, well, you have to if you can break the glass, then you can own it. And Jinwoo powers up. And he's about to do it. He's like, no, I was just kidding. And a remainder of damage is left after he leaves the area, indicating that without him even striking it, the range of his power-up, his aura, all that, was enough to affect the magically protected glass that held the weapons and all that kind of stuff. So this guy's off the charts, and he finishes his assessment. He lays low. Unfortunately, he does step out into the limelight a little too fast, leaving the building after his guild leaders, had spoken to him, and he was like, oh, I got stuff to do. As soon as he opens the door, media already announces the 10th S rank for that guild, newly announced. So he's on TV, his sister sees it, and it's crazy. Life's about to change for this guy. He can't keep nothing a secret. He's on the news. It's a wrap. It's like, Jake Gyllenhaal as Mysterio. Right before he dies, he puts the recording out that you must know that Spider-Man, Peter Parker, is Spider-Man. That's a wrap. Only Jinwoo has no Doctor Strange to erase people's memories. So, that's pretty much the episode in a nutshell. It was pretty good. It was a good cool down after that super dungeon. Man, you talking about brutal. So, moving on, before we do, I do want to get back to one more thing about VKP. VKP is a sci-fi action comic. It does take place over time. Here's the latest page. As you can see, compared to the trailer, I added a little more detail, backgrounds and all that kind of stuff. And it takes place over time. You have basically 3 characters, and you get to follow what they're going through as time progresses. And once that is done, and the world changes that they live in, and once that is done, I'll branch off into their own individual books. But that's a starting point. I think hearing enough feedback that has been assessed, that I think that's the best starting point. So that way you catch them when they hit the ground running, and then from there the rest becomes history. So yeah, I'm excited this time around. Like I said, my first run of VKP was just kind of like, hey, throw the characters into the mix, let's see what people think of them. And now I have a lot more experience on how I want stuff to go. So yeah, that's it. So moving on to Dragon Ball Daima. Before we do, a quick intermission, or should I say just break time. Go ahead and grab your favorite drink. Go ahead and refresh yourself, stand up, do a stretch, anything to keep you motivated for this morning of episode 60, Strictly Art
Cops, Central Organization of Police Specialists. Fighting crime in a future time. Protecting Empire City from Big Boss and his gang of crooks. It's crime fighting time.
We used to be 4 ordinary teenagers. Until one day, we met some new friends from out of town. They were called dinosaurs. My friends and I became the secret scouts, allies to these dinosaurs from outer space, and joined in their battles against Genghis Rex and the evil Tyrannos.
The dinosaurs are leaving, Bossasaur.
Well, follow them!
All right, getting back to the mix. Let's see here. Music. There we go. Let's see here. Levi Skeen says, I always think of the artist Bart Sears when I see Cops. I think he drew the comic. I didn't know there was a comic. That might be something worth pursuing. So, moving on next to Dragon Ball Daima. Dragon Ball Daima has been on a roll. I keep saying it over and over and over. I am not the biggest Dragon Ball Z fan, but oh my gosh, the battles that are going on in this anime. Number 18, I do believe. Let's see. I think we're on number 18. Yes. Man, I mean, the fights are ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. They really put elbow grease. They put their foot into this battle that continues where it's Doma, Demon King, where he has the demon's eye and all that. And he fights the Z Fighters, and Goku has Super Saiyan level 4, which, it's a step up, but still, the eye is all powerful. Until Goku gets a free boost by the super old Namekian, and he's able to turn into Super Saiyan 4. Cheap, right? Cheap. He never really earned it in this universe. So he gets that. He's a little bit stronger. Majin Buu, or Majin Du, the fat one, he clearly sees what Goku's able to do, and then he does the same thing. He powers up and he gets his own little spongy spiked hair, and with the help of his skinnier counterpart, he's given a cookie and he super powers up. So fights at top capacity until he burns himself out, and then he's back to square one. So Majin Buu is assistance was greatly appreciated. And Goku at Super Saiyan 4, he continues to take it to Daima, but still to no avail. The power of the all-seeing eye that the Demon King owns is just too great. Goku powers up, it powers up even more. And it gets to the point where he turns into a giant. And he depowers Goku. He depowers him all the way to like normal levels. Like he takes him through each one. He's like, oh, you're 4? How about 3? How about 2? How about just Super Saiyan? How about just normal kid? And he he's unconscious. He's done. But meanwhile, while this is going on, Han Solo character, he summons the Dragon Balls. He gets them all for the scientist chick, the Kai scientist chick, and she tells him to go ahead and make a wish, summon the Shinron of the Demon Kingdom, and so she can become all powerful and take over. So it's kind of coming down to, is Han Solo basically going to betray his friends, which just shows slight flashbacks at, the friendships he's built, and or will he go ahead and serve the future queen? And that's pretty much where that episode boils down to. That conclusion, which I think is interesting because I gotta say, it's great to watch Goku lose. That is one of my favorite things of Dragon Ball. Sometimes Goku admits that he can't win, and then he hot tags other people in, but when he just flat out loses, it's like I feel like M. Bison from the American Street Fighter cartoon, where he goes, yes, yes, and it's great. I get it. Goku's a hero, all that, but as much stuff as he wins, is great to watch him lose. Kind of humanizes him, so to speak, to where you're not thinking he's all powerful. And one of the reasons why I do love watching Goku lose is because he's one of my top 5 most hated heroes across any genre. My top 5, which people would debate it and not like it, is I can't stand Goku, Batman, Wolverine, Ryu, and John Cena. They're too OP. I think the fan base has made them basically Murray Sues or Invincible. Untouchable, when you get into a pop culture debate, they have any and every reason why Superman will lose to Batman, why Batman will beat anybody, why John Cena, never gives up. And I get it, he's inspired people. They've inspired people. Even Wolverine. The dude's gone to hell and back. He's really back again. He's more back than freaking Slim Shady. But when these characters lose, it's a wonderful thing. It's a great thing. That's what I enjoy. Let's see. I just did some digging, and it looks like Bart Sears and Pat Broderick shared the penciling duties for the 15 issues. He said, wait, you don't like Cena? Hell no. He was a face for way too long. I get it, that was for the Make-A-Wish thing, but I can't stand John Cena. 5 knuckle shuffle. Wait, he had the 5 moves of death. It was terrible. On the side note of wrestling, one of the reasons why The Rock was so cool is that he would verbally embarrass you and then take a loss. He wasn't like Stone Cold, where Stone Cold would always, if he didn't win, he would leave or he'd quit. That kind of thing. So, little behind the scenes type thing. Speaking of which, I had to break down to get Peacock because now that Super Bowl is over, it's time for WrestleMania. So I'll be keeping up with that. But yeah, especially Ryu. I have a disdain for Ryu. He's been around for too long. They giving him too much stuff. You know, you have to fight that character enough times, and you develop contempt for his chatter. And think about it, Goku and Ryu both share similar hand formations when it comes to their projectile motions. I guess what are they? They both do karate, Shotokan. Wouldn't be surprised, right? That's just how they roll. All right, I'm off of that tangent. Let's get back to it. Up next, so we've covered Solo Leveling, we've covered Daima, and we got Invincible to cover next. Like I said, people have plenty of time to go ahead and watch the episode, which is, what episode was that? Season 3, episode 4. Bear with me because I know I keep going back and forth. I've been through a lot this weekend, ladies and gents, believe it or not. Been through a lot. So, let's see here. The last time we covered You're Not Laughing Now, I Deal with the Devil, doing a real costume, right? Alright. So, episode 4, You Were My Hero. Mark asked Rudy to analyze the drone, which he determines originated from Earth and was created by someone with vast resources. Mark confronts Cecil, believing he built it, but Cecil denies it. And this is starting to really show Invincible's lazy nature, where he's like, "Hey, I can do whatever I want, but I'm a hero." And it's really building him up to be a villain. I don't know if that's where they're going, because like I said, I have a lot of reading to do when it comes to Invincible. But it's good to see the character development along the way. Invincible is like one of the last good American or decent American animations right now. James Gunn dropped the ball. We already know all about that. But yeah. I get excited to watch Invincible, and it's interesting to see. Maybe they have pivoted in a post-woke society, so we'll see. Let's see. We got. Levi said it was the he said I went to WrestleMania. When I was in Seattle, it was a WrestleMania where Brock almost broke his neck with the moonsault to beat Kurt Angle. Oh man, that was legendary. Very good WrestleMania, indeed. All right, so let me go ahead and read over this one more time, and then I'll go ahead and give my thoughts. I'm going to read all the way through. Yes, I'm reading the plot because it's a lot going on. Don't want to miss any details, and then I'll give you my feedback. All right, so Mark asked Ruby to analyze the drone, which he determines originated from Earth, but was created by someone with vast resources. Mark confronts Cecil, believing he built it, but Cecil denies it. Later on, a date with Eve, Fightmaster, and Dropkick forcibly recruit Mark and bring him to their future, believing that he can save the Earth from its tyrannical king, the Immortal. Driven mad by his immense power and immortality, he blames Mark for his eventual abandonment of Earth and determines he fight him to the death to bring him peace. Reluctantly, Mark fights, is eventually forced to kill the Immortal. Return to the present, a shaken Mark finds solace with Eve. Meanwhile, Nolan faces execution until Alan breaks free, liberates their fellow inmates, gains Battle Beast's help in fending off the Viltrumites, and finds defeat to spur Nolan into... he feigns defeat in order to spur Nolan into action. After breaking out, Alan suggests they flee before reinforcements arrive, but Nolan reveals the Viltrumite Empire now consists of fewer than 50 pure-blooded members. It was a very good episode. I enjoy it very much. Alright, here we go. Here we go. All right. There's some goofball doing shenanigans in the chat, as usual. As usual. Let's see here. But yeah, moving back to this, I think that Invincible is on a pretty good path to see how things are turning out. Obviously, people were questioning when they were able to make videos off of what's her name, Anisia or whatever. That scene that was in the comic book where she took favors over Mark Grayson, but they did not show that in this anime. They just, disregarded that because they were pretty brutal in the comic book. They're way more ruthless. That's a good way to at least say, hey, you save face and say, hey, here's what's happening in the anime. Let's move on. XYZ. It's nothing like two alternating where basically you take the characters too far away from the source material. But nonetheless, it happens. Invincible is on a roll, in my opinion. Is it the greatest? Absolutely not. However, it is decent. Better than Creature Commandos. So I had to throw that little slide in there. It's just true. Alright, so Missouri Comic-Con. I gotta confess with you guys. This is Strictly Art Live, number 60. And when I went to Missouri Comic-Con, I felt 60. Maybe I'm getting too old. Felt out of place. First day wasn't bad, Saturday was pretty cool. Walked around and everything. Took a picture with Deadpool. Someone took it with for us, which was great. And after a couple of loops, or should I say laps, I was winded, man. I was like, damn, am I getting out of shape or something? My damn knees and feet are sore. It's terrible. But I do remember that I did have to run from my flight to get there. And that was a pain in the butt because they changed the flight. American Airlines. You guys are getting weird. Now, I get it. Some people are used to that. Changes on the fly and all that. But these old bones, they need proper notice ahead of time. I will say that. But yeah, I had a great time with catching up with Odin, his girlfriend, which was fun. We had dinner, but the place we went to, that was another reminder to me. The food took forever. It was great to catch up with them and everything, but they were really slow, and it reminded me again of why I enjoy cooking myself. Most of my meals I cook myself, and I ate a lot of trash food while I was down there, and I think my body was not used to it. So by Sunday, when I was getting ready to leave for my flight, I was so done. I took a couple hallway pictures, but there's a lot of kids, and I don't want to be that guy taking photos of people just randomly. I don't feel comfortable doing that anymore, and I figured that's more of a young man's game, which clearly I am not. So I think I might have to rethink. Well, I'm definitely not. I'm not going to be traveling out of state by plane to go to Comic-Cons. It cost me $500 worth in luggage. That was an unnecessary expense. I will attend some stuff locally, but I got to mitigate cost. I got to look at these things realistically. I just do. Not a kid anymore. And although I did go there to network, and I got Odin his piece of art in metal print, which I need to order another one. And I managed to get some art over at Comic Force, that comic book shop. The lady was really nice. She was nice enough to receive that, to some of my business cards. And I'll continue to like send those out as I get some new art pieces. But yeah, I mean, that travel, man, it really hit me. Jet lag's a real thing. Oh, my flight back was terrible. It was terrible. I felt miserable. I had like a 20-hour layover that, I tried to do some drawing and stuff, but I didn't want to charge my stuff on every station. I hear that's big data breach concerns with that. I prefer not to do that. But I just felt terrible, man. 20-hour layover. I was supposed to arrive Sunday night, and I had to my flight left at like 4:30. It was supposed to leave at 4:30. It kept getting delayed all the way up until like 11 p.m. where they just canceled the flight on Sunday night. So I had to talk to customer service, get that stuff rescheduled, and they put me on a standby flight for like 8 a.m. And then I got back by 10 o'clock in the morning yesterday. I was just so exhausted. I was like, this is terrible, man. People go this on a regular basis. I can't do it. I won't do it. No. So yeah, that was not one of my better experiences in New York or at Missouri Comic Con. And plus too, I think I hit my limit with people because I got reminded that regardless of how often, 60 episodes, so that means 10 episodes in 2 months in this year already. Regardless of how much time and fun I have sharing with you guys what I do, and give you updates on my comic books here on the live stream, I get exhausted being around so many people for so long. I have a limit, and this weekend I was reminded that I am still an introvert. That hadn't changed, and that's fine. I'll admit, my weaknesses and, build on my strengths and stuff like that. But yeah, I definitely hit my limit, and I was pretty much in shutdown mode where I was like, I don't want to do nothing. I just want to get home. And that was the end of that. That was pretty terrible. Yes, Levi. You could have almost drove back quicker. Well, I actually had made a plan where I was going to try to drive back, but guess what the airport rental car companies don't allow you to do? They don't allow you to do one-way trips. I met a fellow Robert, an older gentleman. That was his plan with him and his wife. And he informed me, because we exchanged contact, he informed me that the company did not allow one-way trips. Because he offered for me to hitch a ride with them in the morning. And I was like, sure, man, that'd be great, And because of that, we both had to wait. And from Charlotte, I was looking at 5.5 hours. I would arrive by like 6 a.m. Back home. So yeah, that was a foiled master plan that would have been great. Unfortunately, it wasn't allowed because the rental car companies had already probably dealt with many others like us. And yeah, like I said, pretty much at 20-hour layover, I pretty much lost the whole day out of my vacation. What regrets do I have? One, I do regret um how can I say this? I do regret probably almost going to the con because most of the things I set out to do was before it. Get Odin his artwork, um, getting artwork to Comic Force Comic Shop, um, and if I had not gone to the con, I would have been able to draw on the live draw stream on Madness Entertainment Group with those guys, as opposed to driving here, driving there, paying for parking, finding parking. Um, yeah, yeah, I might have to just stick to the local stuff, man. It almost seemed like too much work to get there, just to get to the destination. Odin didn't go. He's doing his own thing, and rightfully so. I get it. But yeah, I think it was kind of burned out by the time I got to the con because it was so much work just to get there. Running for flights, waiting for connecting flights, all that stuff. It was a very strong reminder that I am a mortal man, and I am turning into a old mortal man. Just one of those things where it's just like, realize that time shows no mercy to anyone. And yeah, that was pretty much it. One of the toughest experiences, I'm not going to say it's the worst because I can't blame the con. Even on the second day, that Sunday when I got to the con, I was like, I'm kind of burnt out. Let me just sit at a table, upstairs, like public table is open to anyone. And I just got a chance to do some drawing, play some music, because I was done. Done. It was a real moment of me looking in the mirror, the man in the mirror, myself, and thinking about what it is I'm doing, why I'm doing it. I don't know, man. I just don't know. But yeah, I'll focus on just building stuff locally in my area. Still have Awesome Con coming up. Oh yeah, and also the other thing is like, my mindset is like, hey, if I'm not making money, I'm spending money, and you don't want to spend too much money, especially if it's costing you more than what you're putting in. So I have to look at those kind of concepts for myself, and also when it comes to relationships with other people that I know. Am I giving more than what I'm getting? Is there a balance of some sort? And I honestly have to look at those every day with every decision that I make. Because I don't have a family that's depending upon me, but the decisions I make are on me, not anything else. So, like I said, it was a real eye-opener and a reassessment of how I do things. And it was good to talk to some people, but it's just, no offense, it's just a lot of youngsters, and I get it. That convention was more for the youngsters than anything else. So hey, once I do have this book complete, then I can really start handing it out to people, see if they want to check it out or whatnot. But then you have that whole concept where the normie thing is real. You got people that are there because they saw a character, on a TV show or in a movie. And that's as far as their um, curiosity went. They haven't bought any books. Um, they may not have any desire to buy any books. They just figure, hey, Wikipedia, Google a character, and then, they maybe consider themselves an expert. But I mean, I like to buy books. It's pretty much turned into a old man's habit. Not really a habit, but an old man's, cherished collection type thing. Where those worlds collide between, the old collector or the old fan versus the young inspired youth. I guess that's between like pretty much just parent and child. It's interesting, as they would say, or I would say, it's pretty much no one is really cares about your stuff until it's everywhere in their face. Hence, the consumer. But you got some people that buy stuff because they actually do enjoy it, or they have a connection with the person that created it. So you got some reasons. I guess pretty much I'm just jabber-jawing right now. Let me go ahead and do a quick little break, and then when I come back, we'll go ahead and close out the show. All right.
What you doing, mister?
Nothing?
See, you're trespassing on private property.
Trespassing?
Loitering too, man. That's right, you're loitering too.
I didn't see any signs.
What you call that?
Graffiti?
No, man. That's not fucking graffiti, that's a sign. He can't read it, man. I'll read it for you. It says this is fucking private property. No fucking trespassing. This means fucking you.
It says all that?
Yeah.
Well, maybe he wrote it in fucking English. I could fucking understand it.
Thinks he's being funny. I'm not laughing. I'm not either.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Hold it, fellas. We're getting off on the wrong foot here, okay? This is a gangland thing, isn't it? We're having a territorial dispute. I mean, I've wandered into your pissing ground or whatever the damn thing is, and you've taken offense with my presence, and I can understand that. I mean, I wouldn't want you people in my backyard either. This is your home, and your home is your home, and I respect that. So if you would just back up a step or two, I'll take my problems elsewhere. Okay? Fair enough?
What do you think? I think it should be a toll.
Good idea.
It should be a toll.
Listen, fellas, I've had a really rare morning. I mean, I'm not in the mood to...
What should he pay? How about that fucking briefcase, man? Good idea. Give us your briefcase, man.
I'm not giving you my goddamn briefcase.
Motherfucker, give us your motherfucking briefcase.
Okay. I mean, I was willing to mind my own business. I was willing to respect your territory and treat you like a man, but you couldn't leave it alone, could you? You couldn't let a man sit here for 5 minutes and take a rest on your precious piece of shit hill? Okay. But my briefcase? I'll get it for you, all right? You can have my briefcase. Here, you want my briefcase? Here's my briefcase!
That once again is a reminder that anyone can have a bad day. in a way, it's how we deal with it, right? That's what they say. It's never the external stimuli that is the cause. It's always how did you handle the situation? You know. Yeah. All right. So that pretty much wraps up today's show. Um, this is probably about all the energy I had. I'm pretty exhausted still from after getting back, body sore and all that. Tired of running for flights, you know, um, sitting in chairs, sleeping while waiting on another flight, and all that stuff. I think I've had enough of flying for the year. I don't recall last year being as um, good. I mean, being as annoying as far as flying. But yeah. So I'm working on the next panel of VKP, and I got these other 3 panels. Well, basically these 4 panels to work on. This is pretty much done. It's just detail to add to get that done. This is done. So yeah, this is episode 4, or I'm sorry, page 4. I'm gonna shoot for 22 pages. We'll see how it goes for that. With the company that I do use, it goes up in price, but 22 pages, I believe, is still. Excuse me, 22 pages is still about $10.99 for the book, as it's print on demand through Artemerith. Levi said, I love that movie. Absolutely, man. Absolutely. Freaking Falling Down is a great reminder that we've all gone to a McDonald's or a fast food chain wanting breakfast, and we just managed to miss it. That's the scene that everybody remembers, because everybody can relate to that scene. Everybody. That's an adult. So, classic movie. Yeah. So, for anybody that is wondering, where could you find all of my stuff? And you can find it right here at the crawler at the bottom. Latest updates. You can follow me. You can actually subscribe. You could donate to my link tree as well. Try to keep this artist on a good momentum to produce books. Like I said, that's one of the reasons why I have to work so much overtime, because this ain't paying the bills. But the day that it does, I can spend more time doing the artwork. I get it. Got to be popular, got to be famous, got to be on everybody's show and all that kind of stuff. But finite amount of time. The older we get, the more we realize that. And that's, I guess, the conclusion I'm coming to. It's not really a midlife crisis, but it's just like, how could I have done better? What could I have done? What could I have not done? And what will I do in the future to improve and prevent certain situations? So, that's just me, ladies and gents. Like I said, I'm Rob Wilson. You've been watching Strictly Art Live number 60. And we're going to go ahead and play one more time the trailer for my page updates. Try to get more kind of views on YouTube, because I mean, you know how it is. It's YouTube. Let's see. Let me go ahead and share this one more time. All right. That's pretty much it, ladies and gents. Follow me on Linktree, RWARTS. That's Rob Wilson Arts. That's what the RWARTS stands for. And I will catch you guys next time. Hopefully, I'll be refreshed, recharged, and ready to bring to you all the great things that I might find interesting. And I hope you do too, as I bring to you all of my talents and skills to you, the people. So, y'all take care. Keep it omni. And until next time, thanks, Levi. I appreciate it. Say good show. I, me personally, this is a tough one, but made it through, and we're gonna go ahead and keep the ball rolling till next time. Y'all stay chilly and peace out.
Place where good guys finish last.
I'll make them wish they'd never been born.
A quick draw is the best defense.
Nothing personal, but I'm here to kill you.
And your wits are all you can count on. A future where one treasure is coveted above all else.
Tell me the coordinates of the galactic ley line.
Legend speaks of the galactic ley line, offering the ultimate power of the universe to those who seek its glory.
The doors have opened.
Utilizing the latest technology, a living starship has been built with the power to find the galactic ley line.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All systems green.
By twist of fate, it has fallen into the hands of an outlaw. An outlaw named Gene Starwind.
Well, let's blow some hot kisses to my devoted fans.
His luck is about to change.
Goodbye, Gene.
Together with his crew of bounty hunters, he'll take to the stars.
Accelerate and fly down their throats.
Let's go! Outlaw Star. Weekdays at 5:30. Time to roll the dice. Only